Hey, welcome. Just remember that when this live stream finishes, I will put in timestamps so you can jump to anywhere that you think is interesting in the live stream. Which obviously, if it's an hour long, it makes sense to jump ahead if you don't want to watch it all or don't have the time. And I'll always put links into things that I find that are relevant. So it's like a little bit of a resource if you want to know a little bit extra about Hong Kong. So that's that. And I'd love to know if you actually use the timestamp function. Because as soon as I finish a live stream, I'll start working on it. I'll sit down somewhere, put in the numbers as the video is processing. Hello, Dave. Hello. Hello again, Paula. How's it going? It took so long yesterday to get people in the chat. It took like 3 minutes. And then today I got 7 of you. That's very nice of YouTube. It's so cool that they're actually helping people get views and make the notifications work. Because I mean, if you couldn't see your favorite YouTubers, then the watch time doesn't go up, does it? We are leaving Admiralty Station. It's a hot day outside. Have you seen you can do the countdown? What do you mean? You mean like schedule it? The trouble is I don't know how to use it if I'm on the mobile device. How does that work if I schedule it? That's the only thing. Thank you, Dave. Is it not like that in Japan? Yeah, I'll have to test it. If I'm on the desktop, I'm going to schedule the desktop live streams, like the last chat stuff. Otherwise, I don't know. Oh, in the States, but because you're in Japan, I always thought you was making a comparison to Japan to Hong Kong type thing. Excuse me. So we're going to walk from Admiralty and walk eastwards, which is this way, towards maybe Sai Pun. I need to get up there. You can start with full rooms. Oh, okay. Yeah, because you schedule it. But yeah, I've still got to figure that out. It's a really nice clear day, so let's hopefully get some good views. If you saw that King Kong versus Godzilla movie, you would have seen this building. Since Hong Kong became super neon, but this is one of the real buildings. And this building actually has bad feng shui for people entering the building. I mean, they're blatantly open about it, but it gives you bad luck when you go inside with the way it's designed. There's all these angles that don't work for you. So don't do your banking there. Yeah, when they first built it, they didn't. A lot of Hong Kong people didn't like it because they went against the conventions of the typical buildings that are here. We're just outside the PLA military base. This is where the elite troops are stationed. It's probably the only military base that's actually occupied. The other ones, they say they use them, but they don't, and they don't want to give up the land either and give it back to the public or to the local government, which isn't really fair because people need the land. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Buildings on mountains. And going up there, I think... Oh no, it's the next one, doesn't matter. I love how it's just a mix of trees and buildings. I never take it for granted. I just love that contrast. And to remind people that it's not all concrete here. That's true. I would like it if YouTube would allow me to change the focal length, because I've got 3 lenses on this. Maybe in another update. They've recently done an update where all the comments on my channel have been unliked by me, so I have to go through them all to clear them, because it's telling me that these are all the comments I haven't checked yet. Damn it. This used to be my office. This is the Bank of America Tower. Hello, David. Right, we're going to try and make our way over to there. Not to this building. Why are you checking them? Well, to engage with the audience. Not Mindy, Paula. Is Bayshore here? Is he in the chat? Oh, here he is. Okay. See, it's got the yin, but the yang is all out of proportion. It's like they missed the point of what the yin and the yang symbol means. Kind of. I mean, they kind of got it right over there. So, I was speaking, I mentioned something to somebody earlier. Some of you know someone called, hello Brian, not Brian. Some of you know someone called Ladderman. And it's super interesting what has happened, because he's blocked me on every single channel. Every Twitter account I have. And I know he unsubscribed from the YouTube channel as well. Yes, Dave, I would agree, but Hong Kong government isn't that clever. And he's blocked me because, well, he says I know the reason, but I don't. And all I did was tweet at him that was something that was pro-Trump. And in my mind, I thought I was agreeing with him. But he thinks I'm not agreeing with him. But what's interesting is not the fact that he's done this. Well, that is the reason. Well, what gets me thinking is how you can watch someone for 4, 5, 6 years on social media. You give that person money, and yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have this relationship with somebody, and one tweet upsets them enough that they block you. And I actually reached out with my other account to say, hey, no hard feelings, but I was agreeing with you. That's what I thought, and that's it. Nuked. I'm removed, and it comes at a particular time in my life where I'm not using Twitter as much, and I've recently interacted with loads of complete strangers who have treated me in the same way. And it's like, oh, that's interesting. Because what does it mean when it comes to social media engagement? When people, complete strangers, and people who have known you for years, literally years, can just eject you from their online lives. And I had to use somebody else who's a long-time viewer to contact them, and he lied to that person. And then I followed it up, and then he just said to her, oh, he knows why he's been blocked. Which to me just says that's kind of cowardly. You can't just text me and say why. Yes, well, it comes with the notion, my notion that we are all disposable now. And we haven't really built up, to a large degree, serious friendships and alliances or interactions and relationships if we could just block someone or remove someone so quickly and effortlessly without sort of facing up to the fact that, okay, he disagrees with me or I misunderstood, let's talk about it and then move on. It's so weird. I know, all those years, just like that. This is the Mandarin Hotel. This is a pretty old building. I think it's been here since the 60s. We're going to walk past this building, another colonial building. Yes, Paula, yes. I guess so, but also to be fair to him, he's not here. He can't explain himself. And that's all I would ever want. We've got this building here, also very old. This is the Bank of China. If you look at photos of the 70s in Hong Kong, you'll find this one, definitely that one, and this one. But this one was built just before the handover. And it's got a weird design, some feng shui at the top as well, because these two are like symbolically like cannons. So they're sort of shooting this way, giving bad luck to this tower, I think. Or it could be this one, I can't remember. But that's the whole point of these two being there. But this one, supposedly, can be easily dismantled in a sort of breakneck speed in case there was any problems in Hong Kong. But Hong Kong doesn't have any problems ever, so I think it was a waste of money to design such a fantastic looking building. It lights up really nicely at night time. It's kind of a waste really, because Hong Kong is the perfect city, perfect government, perfect political structure. That is basically the envy of the world. That's why everybody tries to emigrate here. Social media isn't really good. No, it isn't, Fabrice. And I understand that as a sort of foundational aspect to engaging with people. And so if someone does have a problem with me, I would say telephone me, find out what's going on, or speak in person. Oh, in case there was political problems, but and you can do it on the cheap because it's sort of like IKEA. You flat pack it, you build it quickly, and you can just get rid of it again. But like I say, there's no problems in Hong Kong. I can link this discussion to Hong Kong Hermit. The way people make up things in their head and they project their perceptions of you onto you, and over a period of time, it's like water off a duck's back now. But it is fascinating that someone who's known me for over half a decade can do that. That's where my point of interest lies. I mean, it's more fool them really if they've invested all that time and money, and then they just say, fuck it. It's easier to block rather than deal with it. Relationships, are built on good times and bad times, disagreements and agreements. Right. That'll be a timestamp in the YouTube video. That was my topic for those few minutes. Anyway, if you notice why Bobby isn't here anymore, that's why. This is Jardine House. You can find that on YouTube, and Spiderman is climbing this building. Ha. You can see him actually scaling it. It looked bigger in the 1970s because all the other buildings are not here. That's the cenotaph, World War II cenotaph. That is definitely 70s vibe. Got a 70s vibe going on there. Anyway, this is a building that the British built. This is the law courts. The Court of Final Appeal. Oh, that's it's the crosswalk, as you Americans would say. Even the drainage gutter has a little sign. It's that interesting. No, not really. It just says closed circuit television. Have the issue? There were never any protests here. Excuse me. Never any protests. What are you talking about? And there's fewer of no protests ever since the national security law. It's the way the British built it. You get a lot of wedding photographers who come here looking to check out, capture some sort of aesthetic. I'm not Pier. I'm not going there. Not today. We're going west along Hong Kong Island, but I do plan to do a TST ferry at night time. I've just got to find the right time to do it. So stay tuned for that. Hit the bell, tap the bell if you're not getting notifications. And the Bank of China still has security outside and the barricades. Hello, Beatrice. What tax situation are you talking about? I haven't monetized yet. I need another 1,000 hours. This is the Lipo Center over here. This is where we started. Hello, Max. This is the Lipo Center where they filmed, or if you watch it, Scarlett Johansson's, what's the film called? Where she plays a Japanese cop. I always forget it. And she's an android. Spoilers. And it's a remake of an anime film. Kevin always reminds me in the comments after the fact. You know, one time someone proposed breaking up the tram line because there are too many people parking their private cars on the road. Yes, there, thank you. Ghost in the Shell. Did you hear me right? They were planning to break up, split the tram tracks into two because there were too many private cars illegally parking on the road. Does that make any sense? Rather than fine the rich people who are illegally parking or just sitting in the... Because you could sit in your car if someone's inside it and take up space on the road on single yellers. So the solution was to do away with the tram. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? Hi. Hello. Is this the best place to take pictures of trams in Hong Kong? That's why you're standing here?
No, I'm taking a picture of a bus.
Oh, of a bus?
Yeah.
So is this the best place to take a picture of a bus?
Yeah, you can capture
For commercial purposes?
No.
Just for personal reasons?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I like standing here as well, live streaming, showing people. Oh. So we think the same. Okay, let's continue. Bye-bye. Yeah, there was a guy taking pictures of buses. He's a bus spotter. How's it going, Max? It's been a while. Oh, these are new. I haven't seen these before. Color-coded. And you got a little map here telling you city in time. Because we don't have protests here. That's why, Beatrice. And the money needs protecting. So it's telling you like the names, Taekwon, the district areas, and then what here is of significant interest. So for something here, you have to scan the QR code, and it tells you this thing in 1950, and there's one in 1940, 1870, which is probably this thing here, 25, and so forth. This is a new thing. This is the first time I've seen it. But if you go to the website, it's cityintime.hk. On the weekends, a couple of years ago, this used to be an open space, and so that meant, in fact, you've got some people there doodling now. But on weekends, it's full of hello, guy, with your face mask. But you'll find loads of domestic workers who would sit there and camp all day, out from the sun, in the shade. No, it's Friday morning, Max. Yeah. But now they close it. Ugh. Alright, this guy here, I haven't been here in a while, so I forgot who it is. Sir Thomas Jackson Bart, 1841 to 1915. In grateful recognition of his eminent services to the Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation, he was the chief, he guided as chief manager from 1870 to 1902. So he looked after HSBC. That's nice. There's a Queen Victoria statue somewhere, but I don't know where it is. Save the clock tower! Save the... There's no clock tower. But there's some Latin. And there's some native animals of the UK here. We've got a unicorn. And we've got a lion. And some women. And then on top there's a woman with 2 begging bowls. So it's more efficient, isn't it? If you think about it. Why beg with 1 bowl when you've got 2? You know what I mean. You know I'm joking. You know, now that I'm not on Periscope and I can't do all the in-jokes and everything, I find that there are people coming across me who are sort of don't understand my humour. And I have to kind of explain myself. I had somebody, because there's a YouTube video of me doing a review of a wool mattress, and I said it smells like shit, and someone took me seriously and said, well, there's a problem with the manufacturing process. and they were being overly critical, and I was like, oh fucking hell, I've got to explain. I'm just joking. This is a Scottish postbox. At one point we ran out of them, and so they had to import ones from Scotland. So this is a twofer, and this is the only one in Hong Kong. And it doesn't have the name of the king. It's just the crown. It is one of 50 British post boxes that are left here. Yeah, you have to sort of start again, Max, in a way. And the other thing that was interesting about, if we go back to the discussion of social media engagement and, you know, longevity and jokes and how people interpret the things that you say, whether they're first-time listeners or long-time listeners, Apple have just updated their podcast mechanism, and so I could check out reviews much more easily and whatnot in the web app. And I saw a review from somebody from 2 years ago, and they got upset at a joke I made on my Zero Waste podcast. If you are new, and if you're not all Periscope listeners, I do a podcast where I help people save money. And the person was upset. They said, oh, I kind of like this podcast until the host made a big sexist joke. Admitting it was sexist doesn't mean it's less sexist. And I was like, what the fuck did I do? So I went back to the episode. It turns out that I did make a joke, and I did say it was sexist to say the joke. I was saying it as a virtue. And I said something about women don't pay attention in movies, and you have to explain everything. But because women don't really care about the movie, they don't have things spoiled for them. So it's okay. They just live with less stress. But the fact that I said that meant I was being sexist, which is true. Just because it is sexist doesn't mean it's always offensive. It's just an observation. And the person said, oh, because of that, I'm not listening to this podcast anymore. I will find my zero waste advice elsewhere. But imagine you make one joke, which is a satirical observation, and they decide, I'm not listening to this podcast that is aiming to help me save money. Oh, fuck. The logic. And the sort of spitefulness, the cutting off one's own face. It's so funny. And to be upset that I pointed out what women do, and I'm saying take that as a virtue. So we should do that and not worry so much in life. But I don't know if the person is a man or a woman. But there we are. This post office is scheduled for demolition. I say it's old by Hong Kong standards. But it's taking up valuable property space. You can make more money with putting another big massive tower here. So this is slowly going to go the way of the dodo. I can't argue with that either. I can't reply to that person's comment from 2 years ago. All I know is that 2 years ago I upset somebody and I'm a bigot. Oh fuck, social media, man, hilarious. Oh really? But are they projecting? Are you getting angry, Max? Yeah, they do, because they can make more money, much more money, if they get rid of the old one, put something that's of higher density. Like, I'm sure this car park, rare though it is, that'll be gone. They could just double the size of it. Hi Nicole, I'm just being my usual self, but we're talking loosely while we're walking around Hong Kong about social media engagement. People get upset. They don't walk themselves back, or they project their perceptions onto you, things like that. Whether it's a stranger or a familiar face. But it's nice to see Nicole here. I want to get to the waterfront. We haven't been there in a while. For those that are here, did you get a notification? The Wan Chai Convention Center is in the background. We're all very sensitive. It's just what we do with it. Fabrice, I plan to do, when I was on Periscope, I did lots of live streams at home. Now I plan to do at least one a month. Otherwise, I want to walk around. But if I do a live stream at home, I want to talk about pop culture, some of the topics that I've already covered here, and just have like a loose Q&A, just general chat, catch up. Otherwise, I make podcasts and I do some edited videos. I've got a gardening video to do tonight. Thanks for asking. Yeah, today you did. Okay, some of you did. Yeah, I am very direct. Oh, I can go this way. You can tell I haven't been here for a while. Oh, I haven't stopped teaching. First Apple store in Hong Kong. We've got 6 of these now. Oh, okay. I remember there's an Instagram lady that I follow. She's one of those workout ladies who, you know, I mean, let's not beat around the bush, but she's drop dead gorgeous. So of course I'm gonna subscribe to her on Instagram. And all she does is fitness videos. But during the Black Lives Matter movement, she posted a black square, and she's got over like 1 million follows. And her comments were on fire. People were so pissed off that she posted a black square. Like, I couldn't be fucked. I really don't care what someone posts. But for them, I'm unfollowing. This is ridiculous. I don't want to see politics on my timeline. But imagine you're getting health advice and fitness information from somebody who's over 1 million follows, and you're there. I'm unfollowing. I'm gonna block you or some shit like that, just because they posted a fucking black square. I love collecting these little stories to see how silly we all are. They say that all the time. Yeah. To me, I've got another one for you. To me, I always thought as well that podcasts would be sort of immune to this, in a way. And there's a podcast I listen to, Beatrice listens to it as well. It's a Tangentially Speaking podcast. And the host is very sort of liberal. He's classical liberal. He's not woke, leftist, all that jazz. And he talks a lot of things about hating on Trump during that time, hating on the Clintons. He doesn't like the political system here. He talks about American culture. He shits on it a lot, and he is an American. And he lived mostly in Spain as he grew up, so he makes these really interesting comparisons in culture and the way the Spanish are more relaxed, and you can break the law in Spain, and if no one complains, no one cares. But whereas in America, and as he points out, the land of the free, people are so uptight, or you can get into trouble just for walking across the road at the wrong place. Right, he did. And what was interesting is that he lost podcast subscribers and Patreons simply for saying, just wear a mask. And I would have thought, hang on, if you've been following him, and if you've been giving him money on Patreon, then you should know where he stands politically on other things generally. And he's a well-reasoned, thought-out, considerate person. So he's put some thought into saying the things that he says. And if you're listening to him for so long, you would know that. But then it seems like, no, we don't know that, and we've got to complain. Live free or die. Oh, fucking hell. But again, you gave him money. You're in his Patreon. You see the extra shit that he's producing, and then you're like, huh? He told me I've got to wear a mask. Oh. I'm glad I turned you on. I mean, his whole basis for being famous was all about polyamory. So his outlook on the world is very unorthodox. You've got to expect a difference of opinion from him, a non-sort of mainstream thinker. Yeah, okay, I guess so. I guess so. You mean this over here? This that is the beginning of a tunnel that goes under, and then goes out over there. So it's only for traffic. So at the moment, no, you can't. It's just for environmental purposes, because the other side has an air filter, and so I guess they just wanted to make it pretty with putting grass on the top. But no, you can't go on top. But good idea though. I would invite you. But you can go up there. There's a balcony, an open air area on top of there, and you can actually bring your own drinks. Even though there's bars there, it's a public area, so you can just sit in the bar area with your own drinks. There is that aspect to it. Right, we're going to walk along the coastline for a little bit, and then we're going to go back into the city. It's been a while since I've been here. Okay, Max, thank you for coming. Thank you for helping with my watch time. My old teaching boss recently got his channel monetized, and he got it monetized within a year. Like, started from scratch. I'm like, holy fuck, that's really good. And there were people online complaining about not getting their channel monetized. And he doesn't talk in his videos. He just walks around with an Osmo. Doesn't do live videos either. He just puts out edited videos, 4K videos of Hong Kong. And now he's hit monetization, earning like, I think, $6 Hong Kong a day. But hey, at least he monetized it. Well, Max is gone, but we were going to talk about the Maritime Museum. This is one of the funniest scopes he ever attended. Oh, there's a ferry coming in. One of these is, Kevin, is it solar powered? I can't remember. There was something like a new engine on it or something. Oh, you're still here? Yeah, Max, that's the museum when we did the Chinese invented shit joke. You and, who was that girl who was here for a long time? There was a lady, always in every scope. Well, it'll get better. Oh, is it, Kevin? Did you know the Chinese invented toilet paper? And paper. They were on a roll, weren't they? Like, I wonder which came first. I'm assuming paper. But you invent paper, then you say, I know what we could do with this. Since we've got a surplus of paper, we can wipe our ass with it. Or we can roll it and smoke it. That's how I think I think that's how history would happened. Or was she? Never seen this before. Look at this. We've got some rickshaws. Semi-electric. Okay. What you want for a great contrast is some rickshaws here, and then a Tesla sitting there, and then you got this old and the new. This ferry terminal will take you to TST. Oh, I can't go that way. That's a shame. Are they filming something? TST is the area over there. It's the English way of saying chimsa. I can't fucking say it. Chimsha soy. So everyone just says TST. Bye, Max. Thank you for coming. Anyway, hello, Mad Skills. 9th tallest building in the world right here. It's the ICC. Don't chop it up. What do you mean? Over there is this little thing here. That is the Kowloon train station. But we'll find a better view. We'll get away from the construction. Excuse me. There you go. Kevin knows the meters. Chop up the words. I cannot. Oh. Brian, I think you're relatively new here, but if you watch The Dark Knight, Batman jumps off this building onto this building to get the Chinese guy. Just so you know. But now that you know the geography of the layout of the buildings, what was the point of climbing this one just to fall down in this one? It just climbed that one. Are we saying that security is less intensive on this one than this one? Right? Anyway, that happened. And these two buildings, this one is IFC 2 and the other one is IFC 1. Tallest building on Hong Kong Island. Right, this ferry terminal will take you to two other islands which I can pronounce, Brian. Peng Chau, which sounds like an island from a Bruce Lee movie, and then Moi Wo, which is Lantau Island, but it's like a village. I'll go there one day, take you there, because I know they've got signal. But yeah, Peng Chau. Peng Chau is here. But Dave, you're still here. But then Batman wouldn't be able to jump. I know. So it doesn't look cool, does it? This is Peng Chau. So this is off to north-west. Sort of shaped like a power drill if you hold it with the battery pack at the bottom. Yeah? That lady ran away from a wasp or something. This lady with the orange bag. Ooh. I'm going to try and put out a loose rants podcast later today. So I don't work till 5:30. I've got 1 hour of work. So I'm trying to put out, probably, if I'm really optimistic, I'd like to get out 3 episodes of something. But I want to put out a loose rants episode about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. This ferry terminal will take you to Cheng Chau and just Cheng Chau. But Cheng Chau is a bigger island, so there's 2 ferries, the fast ferry and the ordinary ferry. They can splash out on bifurcating the travel. So one's like 35 minutes, the other one's 25 minutes. Cheng Chau has, you can rent basically these bicycles with like a sunroof. Well, really, you rent it and then you cycle it and your girlfriend sits in the back. And there's like a romantic element to it. Although the way I described it isn't very romantic sounding. But there's also like little buildings you can rent for the night. Supposedly lots of young people go there to have sex. Away from their parents, since, you know, houses are very small here. That one is probably going to Cheng Chau right now. Or it's going to Lamma Island. No, we haven't been. I think Lamma Island is this one. So I could be wrong there. Anyway. Yeah, none of it sounds romantic. The guy is going to do all the legwork, literally. He's got to fucking pedal. And then he's got to cycle 2 times if you're picking up what I'm putting down. That's not romantic. He's probably got to pay for everything as well. You sound cynical. With your romance. Do you want some noodles? Right. This will take you to Lamma Island. Okay, so I was wrong. What a way to put it. It is, isn't it? So there's 2 places in Lamma Island that you can go to. Sheung Wan and Sheung Wan. One is the western side of the island, and one is the Chinese side. This is the Chinese one. That's the English one. I don't think so, Kevin. So Lamma Island is there, but what's nice is that you can, where is it? So the Chinese one is here, and the western one is there, okay? You can actually just hike across anyway. It takes like less than an hour. But the western one has the vegan cafes, the British bars, and this one is full of Chinese restaurants. But this one also has these caves made by the Japanese. Supposedly they had boats in there, and they could like quickly come out, attack people, then sink back into the caves. And the final one will take you to Discovery Bay, which is on Lantau Island again. A dog pissed on that life raft. Imagine that. You throw that life raft and you're like, oh, this stinks to piss. Get me another one. That's hilarious. This is probably from Cheng Chau. That's the slow ferry. They've got different operators. So first ferry does Cheng Chau. Okay, we are going up into the mall for a shortcut. You know what, I haven't really walked that far considering it's been 48 minutes long. Oh really? It's strange, isn't it? Sometimes you can get a celebrity death that puts you in a time and a place and you remember vividly where you were. I remember exactly where I was when Steve Jobs died. How far is the ride? To which island? To Discovery Bay, I think it's about 40 minutes. To Lamma, it's about 25, maybe 30. Lamma Island is the place where a lot of expats live because the land was cheaper. It was cheaper to rent there, and you can get a whole apartment for like 8,000 Hong Kong dollars at one point. So here's the beginning of that tunnel that goes under Hong Kong. The other person wanted to ask if you could walk on it. What was his name? Where is he? Scroll, scroll, scroll. Too many comments. Too many people here in this live stream. Fabrice, there we go. It's supposed to cut down on traffic. I'm not sure if it has. I haven't heard anything about it. I think I have a couple of drone videos from Lamma Island. I'll go through my back catalogue and link them back into in the show description. Yeah, too many people. 16. Well, we're going to get out of this sun for a bit, and we're going to stay topside. Oh, excuse me. That's why I put the milk in the sun. Do private video. What do you mean? For what? Oh, I get you. Just so there's fewer people. There'll probably still be 16. No, Pier, I haven't. This is IFC Mall. For those that are new. This is where the Apple store is, but it's on the other side. Oh, I think it opened last year. Took ages to construct. I remember construction, the scaffolding being there for years. I never knew what it was. There's an MTR station underneath us, the Hong Kong MTR station, and the train line to the airport. So there's two lines underneath. Okay, there's a huge crowd of people here. All these people are looking for others to invest in property or to buy property. So they're canvassing, ticketing. And these are people who have, all these people are probably going to buy some property already. They've already got the lowdown on what's happening. But today, we're going to go this way. Wow, look at this queue. Not really socially distancing themselves, are they? Oh, I've gone the wrong way. I need to go over there. Saying that, a lot of people, I put out an article this morning showing that school attendance has gone down by 3%. I was going to the Four Seasons Hotel by accident. School attendance has gone down by 3% because students are being pulled out of classes, and those people have left Hong Kong. So now some of those schools are opening up for advertising new positions again. And some of these are prestigious schools that have lost students. So they have to ask for more enrollments. By the way, my schedule allows me to do, I can spend some time on YouTube on a Thursday, which is your Wednesday. So I'm going to try and do Thursday, Friday YouTube videos. What happened? Yeah. Except we didn't have protests here, and we didn't have political problems here. So people aren't leaving for political reasons. And they aren't also taking their savings and pulling it out of all their government-related investments either. So the government isn't losing any money by having an exodus of people from Hong Kong. These two is another ferry terminal, but this is an international ferry terminal, so this will take you to Macau. Oh, that's what I want. I want that one. So we can still walk above everybody. I think some people didn't they? Because they don't like the, is it the governor or the mayor of New York? And then they've realized that they don't need to have an office. They can stay working at home and live somewhere else much cheaper. Like, I don't know, a place where they probably hated it more, like New Jersey. Just guessing there. I've seen enough jokes online to know there's a big difference between New York and New Jersey. Yeah, I keep hearing about people leaving California. She had to do a 3-hour Excel training course last night, 7 till 10. So I'm not sure how accurately to describe probably the mind-numbing that's been done to her brain for that. Hey Brian, I just found out, I said this yesterday in yesterday's live stream, but I found out that my sister pays basically like 500 British pounds for her 5-bedroom house, and they pay 400 for a flat. Well, my mum pays it, but it belongs to my sister, so that's 900 pounds, and I pay the equivalent of 1,300 pounds for a 2-bedroom apartment. And I'm just like, that's so not fair. I wish I could have a five-bedroom house. She gave me a walking tour of it on FaceTime last week. I'm like, holy shit. And you have a garage and a garden, and you can grow food and stuff. What? Like an actual grass lawn. Thank you. We have to go this way. Well, it's Blackpool for you. Blackpool isn't exactly the economic hub that Hong Kong or New York is. We just get a little top up of air conditioning. Before we go back out. Right, we are now officially in Sheung Wan. And I want to go over there. I want to go on the little quiet back streets. Right, I'm probably going to live stream for another about 15 minutes. Just to give you an idea of when we're finishing. That's true. Well, I guess we'll see the fallout. But this city is technically in a recession. Wingon is an old style department store. Yeah, really. That's racist against chickens. You're stereotyping. Now, when you go inside Wingon, it's like going back into the 70s. Here we go. This is what I want. You can get all sorts of different stamps for your documents. All these shops are selling them. Never realized there were so many. But I think they'll make it for you, and then you've got it personalized. Oh, that's where they're pounding the floor because they're constructing a new tower block. Right, Sheung Wan. This is where... Oh, first... Toy shop. Oh, fucking hell, that's huge. Where could you put that? He looks like he's stretching for some yoga. That is not the right action pose or vibe I want from not Meteor Man. Can't remember his name. Kevin will probably know. Look like he just woke up. I mean, I can understand it from Snoopy, but not from him. Yeah, Sheung Wan has loads of shops that sell basically dried fish, and there's still a lot of family-run businesses here. And the streets are really narrow, so you know it's really old. That's it, Mega Man. No, not Mega Man. Yeah, it could be Ultraman. So dried sponges, seahorses, sharks, certain types of fish skin, scales. What is it? Mega Man or Ultraman? Sorry. Spare a thought for those on the replay. It's fucking Mega Man! This one. I like that. Like this here. Or abalone. Oh, okay. Yeah, it can be. That's the British for you. This is Sheung Wan Municipal Services Building. Inside here there'll be like a wet market, cooked food centre, things like that. Little restaurants. And, oh, I can go this way. So this part of Sheung Wan has street signs that are a little different in colour. They're burgundy. Can't remember the reason, but we'll probably find out later. So you can see here, it says on Thai Street. They're not black, these are burgundy instead. This one and this one here, two very old buildings. This used to be a market hall, although it's kind of ruined with this thing in front now. This one still has the original neon. No, it doesn't. What am I talking about? Yeah, it does. On the side, on the border. I think the rest of it is LED. This building is called the Western Market. I think so. Not really much now. It's just loads of tourist shops. It's okay, it's okay. It's okay. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt. That's what it used to look like inside. Yeah, very big difference. Vegetarian restaurant here somewhere. Oh, this one where it says veggie. Right, a couple minutes left. I've never been down this part myself. So I'm hoping it takes us somewhere. But some of these, really old. That probably looks like a dead end, so go this way. It seems as though they are tearing down all the old buildings. Oh yeah, for sure. Something like this. This is an old place. This is a trading company. Probably been here for years and years. Like these ones, trading company. So they'll probably do a lot of business to business trading. Dried oysters, there's also all sorts of dry stuff. Mushrooms down there. I think that's a mushroom. I don't know. Anyway, certainly a different vibe than the beginning of Hong Kong, huh? This guy is ripped. He's wearing a cape. I wonder what's inside. If we look, we've got like double friendship trading, food provision, Just all sorts of trading companies. Ooh. Hello, Miami Vice. A lot of them also were family businesses. Huh, got a makeshift one there. Hello, Shay. They look like those things that you get for free with Indian food. I can't remember the name of it. No worries, Brian, I'm wrapping up anyway. So you've basically washed it all. Thank you for watching. Right, in fact, I'm going to leave it here. This is as good a place as any. So, yeah, thank you for watching. And I'll see the rest of you later in the week. If I get home in good time, I'll do my gardening video. No worries. Excuse me. Okay. Good to see you all anyway. Bye bye.